drive just past the 30-yard line. And the Denver Broncos.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
They'll drop to throw. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now let's go. Blue line. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56. Black 99. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky.
Back to throw. That one taken in by Carlos Henderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Back to throw here. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expect that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
First and goal at the 3-yard line now. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. LaShawn McCoy, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Thomas Rawls. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Leopard! Leopard! Hurry up, here we go! 319! 319!
Now Cook. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Griffin. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. The stop is here now or no?
Things stink in most cases. Just down a touchdown. You know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to yourself. Stick with all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first.
Patriot! Patriot! Gun! 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 Leopard! Over! Hurry up, here we go! Blue line! Over!
The play clock's running down. Throwing, Cook. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
As you and I know from visiting a lot of camps, no one this type of a start, do they?
Especially not on the road. You give up the touchdown on the opening drive. Now there's likely a 3-and-out on your first possession.
Yeah, you throw that incompletion there into a hole, especially on the road. Got to be careful.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. Goes as they take over 1st and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now they'll run it on the toss. There's here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a handoff looking right. And some room to maneuver. 20. And he cuts it back. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw. Cook. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
And the Broncos go to a nickel set on third down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Here we go now. No. Check. Patriot. Gun. Over. Let's go. 3-19.
Looking to throw. Cook out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Now this Broncos offensive view. Now right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening. Down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And now running right through it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. Green's got it over the middle. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard at the 24-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now McCoy. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Clean. All right, here we go.
They'll run for it with Anderson. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. C.J. Anderson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every player and get all these points back. Look, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Oh, design run for their wideout. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. On second down, Rawls. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard at the 33. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Back to throw. Cook. Cooper's got it. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Cook throwing on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there. That'll bring up second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now Cook to throw again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran.
More to come for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
All right, here we go.
They run a draw here on second down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. They're going to look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 7. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So out come the Raiders. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Caught here by Griffin. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this.
Detroit! Here we go now. Blue landed.
Cook now on 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Griffin. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Phillips. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Green, 39. Detroit.
They'll hand to Rawls. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Thomas Rawls, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Here we go. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. C.O. Moore coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. They'll look to throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
All right, here we go.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Back down, Philly. Here we go. No. Check. Patriot. Gun. Watch him now, Barney. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Mario Edwards. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Broncos send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Pushing him away.
Popped it right out there.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's one more before the clock runs out.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Here's Cook. A final shot before break. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And here he'll be stopped just shy of the 24-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 4 yards remaining now on second down.
Detroit! Over! 319!
They go again with Rawls. First down. Cook. Throw left side complete. It's Phillips. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Leopard! Set! Watch him now, Barney! Back 99, Philly, here we go!
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On third down. That's Caldwell. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
No. Watch it now, Barney.
And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
See, round 4 down.
All right, here we go.
Cook off the play fake. Outside, and he's got a man. It's Phillips. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
When this offense can get their tight end, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now Cook throwing on first down and nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Cook now throwing on 3rd and long. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On now is the field goal team here as the Raiders will try for 3. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. And that field goal caps an 11-play
run. You get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline, somewhat happy.
This fielded at the 2. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Over the middle, complete. It's Grant. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Green 39! Green 39! Detroit! Detroit! You ain't going nowhere.
On play action, they'll throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. A long field goal that they got 3 points out of, they've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Green 39!
To throw is Cook. To throw on second down. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. And remember, it's in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And this is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Now a hit football. So a teammate picking him up there, that's really disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of guy, okay, you're responsible for making sure he's secure. He's not always the one that makes the recut, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Here's Cook throwing after the interception. Throw left side complete. That's Griffin. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Detroit! All right, here we go. Over.
Operating from the gun. Cook. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Cook on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Griffin. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Back nine and up, Philly. Here we go. Hurry up. Here we go.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Here we go now. Detroit. Detroit. Here we go now.
On second down, it's McCoy. What a spin. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves them a few inches short here on 4th down. And some room to roam now. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
That's Detroit. Detroit.
Here's a give to McCoy running left. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Detroit. Detroit.
On second down, Anderson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to now. They're going to see more people stacked out. Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Now Cook on 1st and 10. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They give it to Rawls. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way down to the 42. A big run that time by Rawls. 47 yards on the ground. And now a first down following that long gain. Back to the ground on 1st. Again, it's Rawls. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The The Raiders on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Hurry up, here we go.
Cook now. From the gun, he'll throw. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. The pick. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
And the slot man goes in motion left. To throw is Cook on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
All right, here we go.
Here's Cook, operating from the gun. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Raiders on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4.
Set, 3, 19. Gun.
From the gun, Cook. He finds Roberts, complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out in confidence.
C.J. Anderson, 30, for a Broncos score. C.J. Anderson, 76 yards, and the Broncos will extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I'll bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know what.
He's got daylight. The 30, the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. Spinning past him. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open. 2
yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Check. Watch it now, Barney! Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Show it at. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
All right, here we go. Leopard! Check 50.
1st down. Here's the run with Anderson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped.
Let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not with their team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offense.
The way home for a Bronco score. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And now here come the Raiders. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Second down following the incompletion.
Back down to that Philly. Here we go. Here we go now.
Cook, off play action. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. Now Cook. Throwing on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Derek Wolfe getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4.
Detroit! Set! 3-19! Over!
Rawls. And an alley to run. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Raiders on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6.
No, check. Patriot!
Play fake. And he finds his man Griffin. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. To throw is Cook on 1st and 10. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Over! Detroit! Here we go!
Back to the ground attack. It's Rawls. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. They go play action here on first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Here's Cook. Going to throw again. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Cook. Forced out to his left. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be in order to make the play.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Slam, slam.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard.
56. Clutch 56.
Detroit. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Denver, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Max.